You can live in a full house and still feel invisible, unseen as a caregiver. It feels ironic to say this out loud, especially because you're always surrounded by people, by medical professionals, if your loved one is in a hospital, or other family members while you're taking care of your loved one at home, and other family phone calls and other people checking in on you, and still feels that nobody is truly able to see you for who you are. Hi, if you're new to my channel, my name is Shama Mehta. I'm a board certified chaplain and an educator in the field of spiritual caregiving. One of the primary reasons that caregivers feel isolated and invisible is because they feel that their emotional labor is completely invisible to others, which in fact is true. Because emotions aren't something that are very clearly visible on most people until and unless you're able to talk out loud about those. People are able to see all of the physical things that you do for your loved one that you're caring for, feeding them. They're able to see that you're always there physically. They're helping with baggage that a caregiver carries, like anticipating, what will happen next, the unspoken grief of this change situation, just a silent toll of worry. Everything kind of continues to build up, and nobody seems to get that when you are going through that. And it can give rise to emotions and thoughts like nobody understands or really feels what this truly feels like. The other crucial aspect that caregivers feel invisible is because the roles have reversed. In most situations, when two people care for each other, it is a two-way street. But when we end up taking care of a sick loved one, it becomes a one-way street. There is no reciprocity, even if the other individual, the one who is being taken care of, wanted to take care of their loved one in return. Even when you are surrounded by your loved ones, you don't end up getting the same level of care that you are providing to another. And even in that idea of caring for your loved one, it is very easy for you to neglect care for your own self. It is one of the most common aspects that we see repeatedly in caregivers. And this kind of imbalance feeds isolation as well. Another aspect are silent burdens that caregivers carry about making decisions, about sharing with their sick loved one what is actually happening to them, any new medical updates that may come through, any new changes that may happen. The caregiver is one of the first people to hear those changes about anything health related of the loved one that they're taking care of. And then in that moment, there's nobody that they can turn to, that you can't turn to anybody. You can't talk to anybody because you're suddenly being thrown all of this information that may be life changing for you and your loved one. You may feel that your pain, your emotions are so heavy that it feels unfair to share that with somebody else. You may feel that you do not want to burden another with your emotions and feelings and your pain, and that in turn contributes to feeling even more isolated. When you stay in that silence, you create a private world where you do not allow anybody else to enter. Whether you do it intentionally or unintentionally, it contributes to feelings of more loneliness. Another aspect I would like to highlight is that being physically present is not equal to being emotionally present. You could be in hospitals, family functions, you could be at parties, you could be at work. There are people in all of these places, but they are not tuned into what it means for you to go through what you're going through right now. Those conversations are not happening. So it is not about how many people are around you that has an impact, but how many people are actually emotionally resonating with you. That becomes key in making sure that a caregiver, that you don't feel isolated. Another aspect of caregiving that a lot of people experience, and it's also one of the most common things you may experience as well, is that it tends to consume your entire identity. You may not feel like doing things that you usually enjoy doing otherwise. Whether intentionally or unintentionally, a caregiver tends to socially disconnect. They may not feel like going to the birthday party or to the wedding that is coming up. And you may feel that I am not ready. I have this responsibility as a care provider to my loved one that I cannot participate in any of these things. And if this is in a long-term situation, if this continues to happen, one of the things that does happen often is that friends stop calling, the family invitations stop coming. This further contributes to a sense of isolation where your whole identity is then consumed of just being a care provider to your loved one. And while in no way is this as a small task or a small responsibility, it is important to recognize where when it can consume who you are as an individual as well. So I want to take the time to really acknowledge that you may feel lonely and isolated, and I see you for that. Allow yourself to feel what you're feeling. Having said that, I want to offer one tactic that may help you begin to combat isolation. I know a lot of us are not the types to ask for help, but I encourage you to figure out a way that you can ask for help when you absolutely need it. It could be as simple as practicing in front of a mirror or just out loud that you need help with something. There are community groups, support groups available. I hope you can reach out to some that are locally available for you. I also encourage you to look into, any other health system provided support groups as well. There are also in the community many support groups that exist for caregivers, especially if you would like to get physically involved in a support group as well. I also encourage you to get help. There are people like myself, we're spiritual care providers who are there for you in institutional settings, in private settings that can help you at least listen at the bare minimum. Just listen to all of your feelings and emotions about what you are going through as an individual as you take care of your loved one while balancing all of your multitudes of responsibilities as well. I also want to take this time to completely honestly say that it sucks when you feel lonely and you feel that nobody around you fully understands the depth of your pain. I fully see you, I recognize you because I know what that feels like as well. But I do know that the moment we decide to take care of ourselves while taking care of our loved one, the amount of care that we're able to provide, the level and efficiency of the care that we are able to provide to our loved one is completely enhanced. So it becomes crucial that we take care of ourselves as well. To begin to help you with recognizing where you are emotionally right now, I have created a free emotional inventory checklist. It's a caregiver clarity map, completely available for free. Please feel free to download it. The link isn't going to be in the description box below. My hope is that when you use this checklist, that you're able to finally see and recognize the invisible load that you're carrying. So as we wrap up, what is the one thing that you wish other people could see about your caregiving? I would love to hear from you in the comments below and to have a conversation with you about it. I hope to hear from you. Please take care of yourselves. I'll see you next time.